All right, bro. So before we even get into your story, let's talk about the moment that changed everything. You know what I'm saying? For Uno, tell us what happened.
Man, in the streets thugging as a youngster. Soon as my juvenile years was up and 18 hit, murder was the case. That's how people think living living a street life is cool and fun now. But back in the day we had rules and we had it was rules and regulations to it. It was protocol, it was pecking orders, it was all that like so, you know, it wasn't renegade like it is now, but I young, my mom and them always told me though, like what you doing now is gonna follow you for the rest of your life since elementary school. I didn't want to listen. I didn't take heed, and I've been paying for it ever since.
All right, let's start with the incident. You know what I mean? That eventually led to your incarceration. Can you walk us through what happened? You know what I'm saying from your perspective?
Like my perspective of the whole thing is I was young, in the streets really thugging. I was out of town where I didn't have no family at, you know what I'm saying? So I was just out being a baby kid, like, can't nobody tell nobody on me, and this, that, and the other was me and a chick left Tulsa and went to the country. Boom. I started mingling in the country with people, found out it's the set that I represent, it's a lot of them down there, but they from 9 on 6 So I just tapped in, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody know who I was, let them know what I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Let them know it's Greenwood, Boston Avenue, and Main Street, because when I'm out of town, I rep the whole hood when they living in 6 So I started kicking it with this chick. She from 60s. It started out, it was a hustle thing, you know what I'm saying? Her brother hit me and we we had already got into it before it, I didn't know. But we started thugging, you know what I'm saying, getting money. Boom. I turned her on to a spot I had at this hotel down there. And that was my home girl. We was riding. She from the NH, I'm from the NH. Stuff been going on, you know what I'm saying? So it was this other chick that I was cool with too, but she smoked work. She smoked at work though. So I don't know what happened between them, but they got into it. The homie from the set wanted to fight the other chick. The other chick was pregnant. So when we pulled up at Black Pete's on White Street, they in this little country town, you know what I'm saying? People from down there, people from around there, I done been there, they gonna know what I'm talking about. So it's like we pull up over there, old girl still pregnant. The homegirl asked and Pete, like Blackface Pete, his old girl over here. He like, no, because you tell the way we pulled up, old girl was tripping on some BS. So the girl came outside like, you ain't got a lot of her. I am over here, ooh, this and that and this. So she like, bitch, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm like, nah, you ain't finna do nothing to her while she pregnant, because she supposed to be pregnant by one of the homies. So I'm like, I asked her, I said her name. I said, you a fight the homegirl after you had a baby? She like, yeah, man, every bitch can get it. So I'm like, all right, bet. She like a week later she had the baby, left the hospital with her hospital gown on, pulled up on me at the spot because I told her I wasn't gonna sell her nothing else. When I found out she was pregnant, and then when I found out she was supposed to be pregnant by the homie, I showed to her like I sure ain't get nigga around me. Anybody around me ain't finna sell you nothing. So I told her when you drop that baby, come holler at me. So she did. So I blessed her. You know what I'm saying? Boom. The next day or two later, when she got out the hospital, no, she had left the hospital. She went back to the hospital. The next day, she left the hospital again. Boom. I'm like, what is you out here like doing that, man? She like, I'm good. Ooh, my baby good. I'm good. This and that and that and that. She finna be coming home. I'm like, boy, you keep leaving the hospital. You tripping. So I'm like, can you braid my hair? So she like, yeah, I'll braid you up. So she braided me up. Boom. The next day, the homegirl from the NH called me. I don't know what they had going on. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking after they lock everything over with. But she like, today is the day. Woo woo. So, she slide up on me. Shit. Shit happened. If y'all want to know what happened, go see the episode. Go find it.
How did you first get involved with? You know what I mean? Not the pregnant one, but you know what I'm saying, the other one. How'd you first get involved with that person? I know you said her brother, but like, I mean, how'd y'all get?
I first met her in this country town. There's a street called Burton Street, and you know what I'm saying. My homeboy, my guy Eslock and his sister, they stayed over there, and then there was a couple other people that stayed over there, and we used to just be all up and down that street. So we kicking it on Burton one night. This car pull up. I see one of the homies in the back seat. Boom. They used to stay down here in Tulsa. Boom. I go to the car. I'm hollering at them. So the chick started talking crazy. She driving the car though. So I'm like, nigga, who was you? She like, bitch ass woman. Like, nigga, whatever. I'm like, bro, you better be glad I don't whoop hoes. But you got me fucked up. She like, nigga, you got me fucked up. So then the homie like, so I'm like, bitch, this, that, and other. So the homie like, dang, bro, that's my auntie. I'm like, huh? I'm like, you better tell your auntie who I am, bro. Like, nigga, I don't play like this. Woo. He like, man, both of y'all niggas ain't got no sense though on the set. So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna respect it because you said your auntie will be man. So I moved back from the door so she can open the door because it's a little two door car, the same car we was in when this shit happened, but it's a little two door. So I moved so she can get out the car. So she go holler at this guy she came over to holler at. So I'm at the car talking to him. Boom. So when she come get it back in the car, we still kind of it's still kind of like a little tension because she
Mm-hmm.
like really thinks she a dude or like she really thinks she is like with the shit like this. So you know I'm young, I'm 18. I'm like nigga, I ain't tripping about nothing because not nobody know my real name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just on one, and the homie just like y'all need to calm down with them. So I'm like, cuz get on from around her, bro, because this bitch don't know what's happening. And I don't want to have to show no female what's happening, bro. But I'm like, it's some of the homegirls down here too. They used to live down here because they from down there, but they used to stay down here and shit. So I'm like, I do got some homegirls down here and all that. So they leave Burton, and then like 2 or 3 weeks later, about like 2 weeks later, maybe a week, probably wasn't even 3 weeks, like 2 weeks to a week later, my homeboy Josh, he hollered at me and he like, man, my sister trying to get on, and it happened to be her.
Hmm. That's crazy.
Man, that shit
Right.
real crazy for real.
So during the midst, you know what I mean, of everything, like, now I guess let's take it back. You know, all right. So when he said that, what were your thoughts and feelings at the time?
That his sister need to get on.
Yeah.
I ain't know who it was yet until she pulled up. Boom, he like, man, my sister trying to get a half. Whoop you down. So I'm like, I ain't got it on me. I'm like, but I'll go grab it real quick because my spot was down the street from where we was at. So he like, yeah, all right, boom. So he like, yeah, my homeboy got it. He on the phone. He like, my homeboy got it. He finna go grab it, pull up. So we at the other homie from 9's house. Boom. So I walk from there to the spot and go back up there. Boom. But she still ain't there yet. Then when she pulled up, I'm looking. She was in a different car. So he like, that's her right there. We walked to the car. We said it damn near at the same time. I'm like, not this bitch. She like, not this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he like, y'all know each other? I'm like, bro, I just got into it with her like about a week ago on Burton, nigga, woo, woo. So he like, I'm like, yeah, the homie was with her. That's his auntie. He like, yeah, whoop the man. I'm like, yeah. So he like, man, so what's up? So I'm like, what's up, man? I'm like, I ain't tripping, bro, about the bullshit. We getting money, we getting money. I'm like, how much you got? So she tell me, I'm like, shit, yeah, you show. She like, man, woo, woo, woo. So we start chopping it up. I'm like, all right, I bet I'm gonna let you help me. Boom. So I let her get the shit. Boom, she hit me. I gave her my number. She hit me. She like, I got the rest of your bread. Boom. After that, we started kind of being cool, and she used to come pull up on me. You know what I'm saying? My first daughter, mama, was in this country town with me, but she wasn't. She didn't have no baby yet. So boom, it's like when you go out of town, especially in these little country towns, you can go down there with a chick, all the bitches gonna be looking at you, young and old, wondering what is going on. You hear me? So
Mm-hmm.
we end up being cool and thugging. And every day she used to pull up on me. Boom, I jump in the car with her. We going to bus swerves and getting money. And then I turned on to the hotel where I used to be at. Cause I'm like, I had other shit going on. I used to be in these other little country towns on the outskirts. So after that, I'm like, shit, that's the homegirl. She from the said, like, she just got a fucked up attitude like me, you know what I'm saying? We both fucked up. So them niggas used to call her like old dog, like she was old dog down there. She was the female
Let
old
me ask
dog.
you this. Let me ask you this. All right, so y'all connected. Boom. she got beef with the other chick. You know what I mean? Whatever that was about. When the situation happened, you know what I mean? When she, you know what I'm saying? Condolences to the girl who lost her life. But when that situation happened, did you
R.I.P. my
understand?
nigga.
Did you understand the consequences back then, or did it just feel distant?
Nah, I know. I mean, that. See, when I was growing up doing this street shit, gang shit, my brother, he a hoop. I'm from neighborhood. But at the same time, when I started gangbanging, it was Crips against Blood. So a lot of Crips used to fuck with it. All the Crips really kind of mingled together. And it was rules to this shit. And it was, if you do the crime, you got to do the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in and out of juvenile. I've been through group home, through a youth shelter, the boys ranch. And then after the boys ranch, I did 9 months in the boys ranch. And I was out for like probably nine, almost 8. And I was on a run like 5 or 6 of that. You know what I'm saying? For the M1 shit. So it's like I'm just know shit, we gonna handle something. Something gonna gotta get handled. It's gonna get handled and shit, I'm going home and go to sleep like it's a normal day. Like I ain't finna be going to brag and doing nah, bruh. Loose lips sink ships. That's how I was raised. You keep your mouth closed, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you doing dirt or whatever. You don't be around here bragging about it and like they talk about out smoking dead ops and all this and that, bro. Like I know the consequences behind this shit if I can get if you got to think about how I'm gonna do this shit and get away with it, and that's what I showed my show. I was trying to show her, but her mouth was too big; it overloaded her ass. You know what I'm saying? So me being the type of nigga I am, living in the streets, living this lifestyle, doing this shit for real. Like since a kid, my niggas was going to school, and I was in and out of juvenile. My niggas was in the schoolhouse. I was in the juvenile house. Like I used to tell my guys, bro, if anything, just call me. I'm already fucked up. I don't play football no more. I don't do no sports shit. I've been in our juvenile. Y'all gonna have to be the ones that go somewhere and make it. So I understand the consequences behind every action. You know what I'm saying? Since I was
When you
young,
look back, what do you think you could have done differently?
I could have listened to my parents and moved different then instead of having a I don't give a fuck attitude. Like I don't care about nothing. I'm gonna be known, and people gonna know not to mess with me. It can get ugly. Like I didn't care who knew. I didn't care who knew what I did. Long as I know how to do it and get away with it, I don't care who. Because they didn't have phones with cameras back in the day. Everybody couldn't put out a phone and be recording you. So it was like you can get real ignorant real quick, and you can get away with it. So that's why I be like, man, people gotta have calculated steps. But that's in society no matter what. Business, going to work, your steps gotta be calculated. So I understood the consequences of getting caught doing a crime. You have to do the time. That was the saying. If you do the crime, you gotta do the time.
How did the legal process, you know what I'm saying, unfold for you? Like, you know what I mean? The arrest, the trial, the sentencing, you know what I mean? Like, walk us through that process.
So the day the shit happened, boom. I think it was like 6 o'clock news, breaking news, boom, 5 o'clock news or something. So my first daughter, mama, wake me up, boom. She like, what y'all gonna do? Oh, girl on the news. They talking about they want to talk to her for a murder, a question for some a murder woo woo. She like, what y'all done did? I'm like, I ain't did nothing. I'm like, you bull crap. She like, I swear to God. So I wake up because I was asleep. I go in the bathroom, wash my face and brush my teeth. So when I'm in the bathroom, brushing my teeth, I think I had already washed my face. She called me while I was brushing my teeth. So I come out the bathroom and I'm looking at the TV. Boom, sure enough, her face on the screen. I'm like, this shit crazy. Boom. So now I'm looking to see if they're gonna say something about assailant or we need to try to find this male subject or anything. So they don't say nothing about me. So I'm straight. Boom. I go back and finish wash my mouth out and all that. So I'll tell her like, shit, I'm gonna go to the hood down here in this little country town. It's the hood. I'm gonna go to the hood. She like, all right, boom. As soon as I get to the hood, shit, I seen her cousin. Everybody want to talk about it. She didn't told everybody that she didn't pull it up on about it. So it's just like now, how can I keep me out of this conversation? Boom. Okay, get her to Texas. Boom, get her gone. She come back though. Boom. Now I heard she turned herself in, but then when we was on the phone tripping, she talking about her cousin them turned her in. So I don't know how she got popped. But like I told her, if you would have stayed gone, like I was trying to get you to be gone, instead of coming back after you running your mouth, you would have never went to jail in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't told nobody nothing. Even when they was coming to holler at me talking about, oh, she said this and she did this and you was with her. I don't know what she talking about. Straight up, I don't even know what she talking about. Boom. When the day it happened and we got back to the shotgun house, me and her had her nephew, my partner that I know from here was over there. As soon as we walked in the house, she said, I just did old girl in, and one was with me. I said, no, I wasn't with you. He ain't gonna say that's my nephew. I don't care what you talking about. I don't know nothing. I wasn't with you. You just picked me up. And matter of fact, if you did some shit like that, you need to get a plastic bag, stand in the middle of it, take all your clothes off, strip, put that shit on it, go get into a Clorox bath, and then shower up. Like I'm gonna give you the game, but I don't know what you talking about. Boom. So when she get knocked, however she got knocked, cause I was told one thing and then she told me something else. But everybody still fucking with her people that she turned in. So I don't know. Boom. They raided my house. They found my passport. That's how they figured out my real name. Boom. So they was on a hunt. I'm staying out the way because it's what I do. I can stay out the way. And then people really don't know my real name. Boom. Now the cops do. So I was moving around kind of swiftly, you know what I'm saying? This little country town, staying out the way. Boom. I went to jail for getting into it with the chick, one of the chicks I was messing with, brother. A big old nigga from 90, 200 and shit, 85 pounds. I better, probably 315. Big old football playing nigga. He older than me. So me and this nigga get into it. He pressed charges on the nigga. That's how I went to jail. Boom. I got away though, and then they caught me in the bushes. Boom. But I went to jail for that shit. Boom. Later on, the police said, "You sure you want to press charges?" He like, "Yeah." Boom. So I went to jail. So when I went to court, the judge looking at the paperwork, he like, "Chris Tone," and he looking at me. I'm 18 at the time. I'm probably 140, 50 pounds, maybe 160 at the. I don't even think I probably was that because I was young. I was a youngster, but I was anywhere. I probably wasn't even 160. I ain't gonna lie. So I probably was anywhere from 158 to 140. This a big old 6 foot nigga. I'm 5 foot something. Boom, the judge read it because they know who he is in this last time. And the judge said, "You whooped such and such." I said, "If that's what it say, man, you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get this shit over with." He said, "I don't believe it, but I'm dismissing. I'm throwing this out. You can go home." Boom. So the DA stood up, assistant DA stood up and said, "Mr. Appleberry can't go nowhere. We got him on a pending murder investigation." Boom and shit. It was wrapped up. I just went back to the cell and went to sleep. And then they slid the paper up under my door. Accessory to murder. Then they couldn't really do nothing about. They couldn't prove that I had nothing to do with it because it was only two sets of footprints on a dirt road. The victim and the suspect. And my feet too big to be either one of these girls. So that's how they eliminate the accessory to murder to accessory after the fact.
Oh. All right. So, what was it like facing an accessory? You know what I mean? To murder. You know what I'm saying? How did that weight feel on you?
Man, I just shit. I'm in a town I ain't from. I got no family down there. My mom and them. I got the little chick I knocked that I knocked. You know what I'm saying? So she trying to ride it out. You know what I'm saying? She pulling up visiting. My mom and them when they come 3.5 hours away. You know what I'm saying? The court they let them get a visit in and whoop them. But it's just like I still had a young mind at the time. I ain't gonna lie. I've been doing time, bro. I've been in and out of juvenile. I've been doing time. So to me, it's like it's just another case, but this one is more serious. But at the same time, I know how to do shit and get away. I know I ain't get out the car on the dirt road. Shit. I know I ain't shot nobody in this round. I know I ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? So really, I'm just asleep, bro. Like then that first offer was 180 some years, 189 years. You know what I'm saying? So I just like shit. I ain't taking that shit. So when they take me back to my cell, shit, niggas just go to sleep, bro. That's how I deal with it, bro. I just was sleeping like shit. You know what I'm saying? What is it to think about?
Yeah.
Like
All
when you
right.
know what you got going on, you know what I'm saying? When you know what's going on and you know what you got going on. Now, if I did something and they had me dead to the wrong, I would have been, oh man, we all that. But I'm just going to sleep. That's all it is too. Me.
All right, all right, so now that we've covered, you know what I'm saying, what happened, tell us a little bit about who you are, I mean, your background, where you from, and what people should know about you.
Man, I was born in 1982. I'm an 80s baby. You hear me? I was born in South Central LA. I moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma in like 87, 88, somewhere around in there. I moved from back home to Tulsa. Boom. My mother, father stayed here, but my mother family on my grandmother and my grandfather's side, they from Bonita, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Boom. We moved to the hood, probably like 90 days. We moved out here. We stayed on Riverview on 21st. Boom, for like 90 days or something, 4 months or something, maybe at the longest. Boom, then my mama started messing with my stepdaddy. My step pops, he stayed in the hood on Greenwood and Marshall. Boom, so Marshall Street and Greenwood. And that's where I got my upbringing at in the hood. And then my stepbrother, he from 5'4", he stayed on 5'4", but before it was all that shit, it was just 5 Deuce and 107. So they was 107s back then. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my mama say she left Cali to get me away from the gang shit, and it seemed like it just followed her here. And I still ended up, you know what I'm saying, shit, doing what she was trying to keep me from doing and get me away from. Some of y'all, the world should know about me. I might have been through a lot and seen more, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't no dummy. I'm intelligent. You can call me whatever you want to, but you can't call me broke.
What was what was it like growing up in Tulsa, specifically on Greenwood?
It was lit. The hood was jumping. That's the original neighborhood Crip area. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's the original NH. That's it was lit though. It was like because a lot of people say they know Charlie Wilson, but that's Uncle Charlie for real in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So we had like celebrities in our hood. Then you had the host role, man. We was young kids seeing shit. But you had the Juneteenth, you had the Jazz Festival, you had it was wide open, like it was cracking, like it was turned up, it was lit, like bro. Kids outside every day. Kids don't even go outside no more because of the internet. But we was outside every day, bro. Like it was good, it was lit, it was a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, we had blood brothers where you poke yourself and you mix your blood with the next ones, and it's for life, it's forever. So
Yeah, I remember that shit.
we went from blood brothers in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We was already like repping the set. My cousin Bam was going to Cali, coming back because they was they getting what's cracking on the coast and bringing it back. So like my niggas is really known back home. They really on the roll calls and all that shit. My cousin Bones, like this shit real. This ain't no niggas just start gang banging because they seen it on TV. Nah, nigga, like niggas is really on the roster. Like this shit is that real, bro. My cousin Mike Loke, all these niggas, they niggas have been to Cali. These niggas have been around this shit. These the hood was lit. The hood was cracking from Greenwood, all the way to damn near Gilcrease Hills. But a lot of the homies from Gilcrease Hills used to come to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because it was cracking. The hood was cracking. Growing up on Greenwood, growing up on Boston. I mean, growing up on Greenwood, being in the hood on Boston Ave, Boston Place, Main Street, Cheyenne, Denver, the original I forgot what they call it now. The shit over there, what they call it, the Garden Oaks,
Yeah,
where
go
the
yeah, yeah.
old, where the old, where the old projects was. You know what I'm saying? By Lee's. And it was then across from that you had Black Arts, the barbershop. You had the original Chicken Hut, like little club, the little
Let me,
hole in the
let me,
wall.
let me ask you this, because I mean, you know what I'm saying, you're going deep. But what were your dreams before everything changed? Before you got active? I mean, you were a child at one point.
Man, I used to be watching old mafia movies and like I was amazed by gangsters, I guess. Suits and ties. Like the power they had, what was going on. Boom. Then when like my stepdaddy nephews, they played football for Notre Dame, South Bend, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So they play with Jerome Bettis and all that. So then I'm like, oh, I want to play football because I'm around these cats. You know what I'm saying? We going to South Bend, Indiana. We going to the football games. I'm sleeping in the dorm with my cousins and Jerome Bettis. They was roommates. I done met Lou Holtz, rest in peace, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish coach. Like I didn't been around these people, bro. My cousin went to the Eagles, Tony Brooks, and then his little brother Reggie Brooks, right up from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He went to the Washington Redskins. So my daddy and them, they used to get invites to Jerry Jones's they parties, weddings, and all kind of stuff. Like, so we done been around. Well, I done been around celebrities, high class people, athletes, all that shit all my life. Really, kind of basically like. So I ain't really see no respect like with the mafia, and that's just real. So when I started getting in trouble, I was playing sports, but then when I started getting in trouble, it was just to the streets because I guess my stepbrother, his homies, the homies in the hood, seeing the respect people had, the money people getting, the cars they driving at 15 and 16 with the 100 spokes, 13, 14, 700 spokes and all that. And then my cousin Bam, he like the low riders, switches and all that. Like, so I'm like, shit, this what I rather do this. So
Let's talk about the first day in prison. You know what I mean? What was that like?
shit, the first day of prison is A&R. If anybody know what A&R is, that's that sack lunch with that green bologna. And they're gonna give you a bag of raisins and coconuts, and you're gonna get your hair shaved off your face and off your head. You know what I'm saying? All you gonna have is your eyebrows. And then so then you sit up in there until they pull you to a yard. And the first day of the yard, shit, it's like I guess because I did so much time in juvenile, it ain't nothing different, but you just grown. Everybody trying to see who you is, you know what I'm saying? They looking, boom, who is that? Where you from? Where are you from Tulsa? Boom. He from Hood, boom. Your homies over there, whoopie bam. So it ain't like no uh you nervous and all this. If you're in the streets and you're gonna be nervous or scared to be doing time, you don't need to be in the streets. So I don't know. I mean, cause I've been in and out of juvenile all my life. It ain't feel no different, bro. Like I know I got homies in here, so it's
So
like
how did you adapt in prison?
I adapted everywhere. Juvenile, I mean, it's just I've been doing time, bro. So to me, I can't really explain that shit like somebody that ain't never really been in and out of juvenile and then they grew up and then they want to start being in the streets thugging and then they go to jail or catch a case
Yeah,
or somebody that ain't never, you know what I'm saying? To me, that shit was regular. Like, I ain't even gonna front and sit here and lie. Like, I know that's fucked up because I was a kid, but I was always in and out of juvenile. My mama didn't call cops on me when I was a juvenile. I didn't have to call my stepsister to come get me, run up, run from and all that. So I can't really explain it because I've been really doing time like since I was a youngster, like in and out of juvenile, in and out of juvenile through programs like the Boys Ranch, the group home, the youth shelter. So to me, it's just boom, go in here, find your homies or whatever. Like boom, go in here. If niggas want to trip, get it, whatever. Like it's just it's prison. It
Did
ain't
you
it ain't juvie no more. It ain't jail. Now you sentenced and you can't go home until your time is up. That was the only difference. It's like it. I didn't feel different. I didn't. The only place I felt crazy when I pulled up is Granite because it looked like an old western movie, like this big old brick, great looking, ugly ass rock wall, and then it like they just took buckets of paint and threw yellow and white paint everywhere. That shit look like a real old restaurant. I'm like, damn, it's like a dungeon. And I just looked around like, wow, just the way it looked. But anywhere else, just going to the yard, I ain't. That shit didn't bother me. It didn't make me say, oh, I wasn't nervous. I didn't. It didn't make me feel no like, some people like, man, I had butterflies or my gut fell to my ass and all that type of shit. No, like I've been
did you
doing
have to
times.
did you have to defend yourself physically or mentally while inside?
Now, mentally, you're gonna have to because you got some old schools in there that been in there for a minute, and if they can trick you out some of that virgin booty, they gonna get you. Now, it depends on really how you carry yourself. Because I didn't really the first time I went to the pen, I didn't really have that many fights. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't go acting like I'm the toughest nigga. I don't, and niggas gonna know, oh, he ain't no buster. I ain't finna go like a buster or the toughest nigga. I'm just gonna go be me. I'm chilling, bro. But a lot of people used to say, you mugging. Duh, I ain't mugging. This is just how my face look, bro. But I'm not happy to be in prison either. I'm not finna be running around here playing with you niggas and giggling and sniggling all day like this shit is cool, cause it ain't. So yeah, I might have an attitude some days when I wake up, but I ain't gonna take that shit out on nobody. I'm chilling. As long as you don't mess with me, I ain't gonna mess with you. You respect me, I respect you. So the first time I went when I did that dime, when I did 10 years, I ain't really have that many. When it was time to do it, it's time to do it. So when you make a name or people like woo woo, he gonna get down this, that, and this. He might got a poker. You don't want it, so that's all it take, and then you straight.
Did you have any mentors or programs, or was there a moment that shifted your mindset?
Shit, them old school cats on the yard, they make you program. The old shout out to the old schools when I went to the pen, all of them that was on the yard with me and any yard I was on, cause they all was like, bro, if you gonna break the law, you need to know the law. Whoopty bam. My big sister, my big stepsister, her cousin, he was on death row. His son was in the lead chicken massacre, and he was on death row too. He got himself off death row. He was on death row in the '60s. He was in prison when they had people doing life at minimums, and they had they had both sexes on the yards. You know what I'm saying? Co-ed yards. And when I got on the yard at Holdenville, he said, "I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care about your homies. I don't care about that shit, none of that. Your ass better be in that law library at least 3 times a week, learn them state laws, and then learn federal laws too. Because if I quiz your ass and you don't know no answers, you ain't gonna have to worry about your homeboys." And this nigga bench pressing them there everything on the yard. They know this old school nigga crazy. He keep a shank. He wiped out. He been gone since the '60s. So he shout out to Barnett, nigga. he kept me programming in the law library. You
Yeah.
hear me? Straight up.
What was the biggest lesson, you know what I'm saying, you took from them 10 years?
Everybody that bang your gang ain't gonna be as solid as you. Everybody that's think they on the street time or they know how to do stuff, they ain't gonna do it like you. No matter if you go with them, walk them, step through it, cause this shit was got away with. That case was got away with. If a motherfucker would have never said I did this and this person was with me, nobody would have never knew about that shit but me, her, God, and the motherfucker that was gone. And I hate to say it like that because rest in peace to the home girl. I fucked with her too. You know what I'm saying? Rest well. That's why I didn't, but it was some gang shit going on too in between that. You know what I'm saying? Cause she from a different set.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna choose my hood. I'm gonna choose the home girl from my hood. Boom, cause this is what I was loyal to this shit like this as a youngster. But just like I just seen one of my day one homies that I grew up with down here, you know what I'm saying? They grew up in Sunset from the hood in the 80s. Just like he said, your problem is you fuck with too many people. You think hood is hood. But that's how I grew up in my hood. Hood is hood. No matter what. So that's how I left and went to the country. And them niggas was from hood, and she was from hood, and hood is hood. And that shit got me snake bit my ass and did 10 years. So now pick and choose who I fuck with. And I don't care if they from hood and hood is hood and all that shit, cause it's a lot of snake shit going on out here and a lot of fake shit. And I ain't with none of that. So these is life lessons I learned from inside prison, outside, since I've been outside of prison, and what got me sent to prison.
All right, so coming home after them 10 years, what was that transition like?
Man, you know, when you go from being locked up in a box and caged on a yard where you can't even go nowhere, and shit, it can pop off at any time with race riots, because there really wasn't that many gang wars going on, just mostly like racial shit. So, it's like you get the mindset of "Damn, anything can crack off at any time." So I was kind of paranoid, you know what I'm saying? I used to stand upstairs and look out the windows in the projects, walk back and forth from one room to the next room, looking at the back playground part of the projects, and go to the other room, look at the parking lot and shit. Like I don't know, they say I was like had some kind of like paranoid shit going on, but like I told him, I'm like, bro, you go do 10 years, see race riots, see people getting stabbed. Like I done seen some shit in the penitentiary, so it's like, bro. Like I had to, cause I had to fuck myself up mentally in prison, cause my people couldn't help me. My mom was out here fucked up, so I had to tell myself that I was dead to the world, even though I was alive. I had to tell myself for 2, 3 years, I'm dead. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. You know what I'm saying? I'm dead. My people can't move the mountain, so I gotta bust moves in here. I gotta do what I gotta do. Boom, busting moves. We gonna hit, we gonna make it happen, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. All right, boom. So that shit kept me busy in the pen from thinking about all the other shit. Stay blowed. Boom, get out. Then it's a reverse. Like now, I ain't trying to be outside like that. Like I'm in, but I'm free. When I was locked up, I wanted to be out so I can running around. Then when I got out, I was nigga, my baby mama. Well, she wasn't even my baby mama then, but my twins mama. She going to fucking Wright Career College. I walk her to the bus stop. She get on the bus. Nigga, I'm back to the apartment upstairs, looking out the windows. Boom. So then my little cousin, little Pit, little Fofo, boom, he the one kind of really got me outside when I got out. He like, me, come on, we everywhere. So boom, then he took me to the projects where me and my twins mama stayed. So he was the one trying to get me out of it when I first got out. But then when me and the twins' mama got an apartment in the Jets. It's like shit. I was boom. So he kept just like, come on, boom, boom, boom. Even though I was known in the Jets, when we moved out to the Jets, I wasn't really going outside. So he like, man, come on, you act like you ain't been out here. You act like woo. So, cause this little nigga like to mingle. Boom. Then he know what I be on and shit. He like, all right, boom, nigga, we good. Boom. So he the one kind of really got me outside. Boom, boom, boom. Cause when I got out, I was standing loud. With my first wife, she was a guard. I knocked it loud and she quit her job, all that shit. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I was standing loud and shit happened between me and her. I told her to move around. I'm straight. Boom. I'm in the hood. I really wasn't leaving the hood. I was in the hood. Boom. My sister stayed on Boston. Went over, stayed over there. So I'm in my hood. Boom. My big brother calling Vegas because he don't stay down here no more. He calling, telling my sister, don't take me out north. And I'm like, nigga, what you mean? I'm a north side nigga, bro. So it's just like the shit that they had going on out here when I was locked up, I ain't really knowing what's going on. So my brother was kind of nervous, like, bro, you don't. But me, I don't give a damn. Then I'm just sticking with where I know in my area. But after a while, I just loosened back up and was like, shit. This my city, nigga. Straight up. Like I ain't gonna lie.
What's
That's
been your
how
main focus since you've been home?
when I first got out the wrong shit, you hear me? I ain't even gonna lie. Well, I ain't even gonna say the wrong shit. It's just like, how can you make up for 10 years of lost time and get this money right? And cause your niggas that you thought was gonna go to the NBA or the NFL, they fucked up too. You fucked up early. They fucked up after they made it through high school, got diplomas and all this shit, and fucked up college and all that shit. Cause they could, they, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it just was like, what's the question? Cause I don't even, I'm trying to figure out how to answer this shit.
What's been your main focus since being home?
Cause it's gonna be, cause it's gonna be kind of fucked up. When I finally got back and got loose, my main focus was trying to put my hood back together like it was when I was out here young, trying to get the homies together and trying to get all that shit straight. Then I started having hella kids. So I try to show, I try to help the people understand like, boom, we can get this money. You got to know how to manage this bread. We can build Greenwood back up again. We can make this shit crack. People still don't want to listen. So now it's like my main focus is my children and building a legacy in a corporation from the ground up for my children and for the city to see that this shit can still happen, bro. Like Greenwood, Black Wall Street in the late 1800s to to 1921, that shit can still be done. That shit wasn't just a fluke. It didn't happen for no reason for black people to be rich and know what they doing. So my main focus is on trying to show the youth, people that been in prison, people that feel like we I'm losing or whatever, that look at all the shit that I done been through, and we gonna do this. We gonna make it crack. You know what I'm saying? My focus is on my children, the youth, my nephew. I got my own family that I put together. You know what I'm saying? I got my own family. I got my own little brother. That ain't these people ain't my DNA. You know what I'm saying? But they know what's up with me, and they know how I get out. They know what I'm on, and I'm trying to build. Like you know what I'm saying? How I met you, and we still be popping and chopping it up and doing our thing because
I want to ask you, when did you start making music? Was that before or after prison?
man, I've been doing this rap shit since Emerson Elementary. All my niggas will tell you, bro. Like my nigga Shane Davis Sr. on Facebook, my nigga Shane, he used to be beat. He was one of the coldest table beaters with the pencils. That's the first time I ever seen a nigga use pencils in his hand. Nigga, like fourth grade, bro. I've been a monster on the microphone. I've been doing it. I've been battle rapping niggas. I've been doing it all since Emerson Elementary School on Main Street since the '80s. Like I've been doing it. I've been doing it, homie. Like, and if a nigga get on here and say I ain't, he a damn lie. We can go mic to mic, nigga. Oh God, I've been fucking with the rap since I was a kid, bro. That was my pad. That's what I just did that shit the past time. And then I guess I wanted to be a rapper too. I guess when I was young, you could say, you know what I'm saying. But I started kind of taking music serious in like the fifth grade. Well, I was going finna go to the sixth grade. First time I ever been in the studio was up in Leo KK studio. You know what I'm saying? I used to mess with his stepdaughter, and they stayed around the corner in the hood. And Leo had a studio that like the Death Row studio had the soundproof booth. It was in his garage. His garage out into a studio. It had a soundproof booth. He had a drum set in there, mug, a bass guitar. He had real live instruments in there and everything though. Like so, when me and the homie booked us a session, you know what I'm saying? We went up in there, boom. That shit kind of made me look at like, damn, this man is in our neighborhood, and this garage is a real studio. And it made me look around. I'm like, yeah, but I was too and I was too influenced by the shit that was going on around me in the streets, in the
Mm.
street shit. So I didn't really take the music as serious as I should have. You know what I'm saying?
Did music help you cope while you were incarcerated?
Yeah, but I ain't never write rhymes like my homeboy Los, rest in peace. Carlos Records, Carlos M Records, rest in peace. Mob in peace to Los Midas. He the first person that really started making me write. I mean, I used to write when I was young. I had wrote a couple rhymes, but I used to buy that shit. I'm throwing in the trash because I don't like reading. I don't like looking at nothing and trying to read that shit. So I have to be the person that write this shit, go over it, over it, over it, over it, over it, over it, till I remember it. Cause I ain't trying to go in the studio and be looking at no paper or no phone or none of that shit. I just do it, bro, off the flop, bro, like off the back, like in the Forrest them say, off the back, nigga. I'm gonna get mine off the tip top. I'm going in. You
So what's
throw
the
the
message?
beat.
How about say what's the message and energy behind your music?
I'm gonna just tell you like now, music is my therapy. Like I guess that it was then, cause I ain't never really try to make it big on it. So I guess I used to just do this shit to cope with all the fucked up shit and the demons. You know what I'm saying? And the hatred I had or whatever I had going on when I was young. I used to just rap, and then the homies we'd just rap, make a beat. So then Angelo Estes, Tall Can G, you know what I'm saying? His daddy had a studio. Boom, he make beats. Boom. So like we had beats on tapes. He'll make some beats. Boom. He pull up. He play 'em. Me, Bougie, Gerald Ray, we smoking, young and rapping. Like that's it was like it's just like boom. This is what we around. Like and then everybody always said you got that sound since I was young. Oh, you could really make it in the rap game. You got that sound. Yeah, you be fluent. Like, cause I don't write raps, bro. I don't sit up and I don't do all that shit. I go in the studio. I just left the studio the other day. I go to the studio and I just get in there. It's cause it's real life. It's real life. Sometimes I might be mad at the world and just go in here and talk about some shit that a nigga did back in way back then, but it ain't really about it. But it's mixed in, and then okay, boom, you hear this. Oh, this he was mad this day because this is my therapy, really. So he was thinking about doing this to somebody probably. So now instead of me going acting out and tripping with people, I go to the studio and kill the microphone instead of getting into it with humans and all that now. So, like, I got a song now. Say, what you gonna do with it? I can teach you how to get it. What's up, little mama? I can teach you how to get it, but what you gonna do with it? Do something with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
I ain't trying to be
is this like a
structured.
career goal or just a passion project for you?
If Los was alive, I ain't even gonna lie, cause he told me, my bro told me, man, and that's why I think I be keep pushing because he told me I need to treat that shit like a job, bro, and get paid. We can get paid from it, but niggas took my nigga, bro. They kind of took my passion for the shit. So it's just, I mean, like we was gonna turn it into a job. It was gonna be a career. So right now it's my passion is coming back because that's my therapy. That's the way I deal with a lot of stuff. So it's right now it's just passion. I don't really try to make it no career goal because I'm too old. To me, I am, but I can still do it. You know what I'm saying? And but I got my nephew, you know what I'm saying? I got some other people that get down. I'm trying to put it together still, man, and see what's gonna crack off because, got connects shit on both coasts. Florida with the DJs and the music shit. And I'm trying to get my nephew to get it cracking so I can send some music down there and send it to the West to my little brother, to these DJs. Like if I really wanted to take it serious, I could probably do it. My little brother been trying to get me to come home for the longest. He used to be up in the Dog Pound studio. Then when Harry O got out the feds, they was together. He was calling me, but I be sleep. Like it be
Let's go
3
back.
o'clock.
You say you just in the studio the other day. You know what I mean? So, what's the name of that project, and when can it be released? When is it going to be released, or is it already out?
I don't know. I just it ain't even no. I don't even put it together to be no project. But I told my kinfolk yesterday, like I did a song called "Do Something with It," and then I got one called feelings to the side. You know what I'm saying? I had to put my feelings to the side and get my bag right. You know what I'm saying? So like What I probably do is probably go shoot a mic drop. I'm about to start. I told him I probably start doing videos again. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a video on YouTube. Me and Ada Sav. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody getting rich off the internet. So like pressing CDs and all that. All right, get on DistroKid and do this. I don't really be really on it like that. Even when I was on Rap Fame, though, a lot of people was on me like, man, you can get on, you can make some bread. Woo, woo, you flow. But I'm gonna put a mixtape together, me and nephew. I'm just trying to see what's going on right now. You know, I got a kind of a hot struggle going on. You know, down here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, people don't want to rent to felons. So all y'all youngsters that's out there that don't got a felon yet, and you've been getting away with stuff, stop it while you're ahead. Because I'm telling you, boy, I'm telling you, it's ugly. I can't even think straight.
Yeah, I got a couple more questions. You know what I mean, and one of them is to the youth. But before we get into that one, what legacy do you want to leave? You know what I'm saying, for your children, for your family. You know what I mean, for your, anybody that know who know. You know what I'm saying, or people that know the real you. You know what I'm saying.
Man, the legacy I'm trying to leave, I'm trying to make it physical so you can see it. And you know what I'm saying? It's I wanna put Greenwood back together. I wanna have the town back booming like it was, with people can go places and ain't gotta worry about the venues getting shot up. You know what I'm saying? Like, how we gonna bring back good times?
Mm-hmm.
But my leg, I want to reach out. I want to do it for my kids, and I want to do it. I want everybody. I want to be able to do it and say, and people to say, this guy was a mess up all his life. He went to the pen. He was a felon, but look at him. He can't. He might have got out and been doing this and doing that and doing this, but he had to snap out of it, boom, and get back to reality. Now he pushing, and you know what I'm saying. What we pushing is prosperity around here, elevation. You know what I'm saying. So if I can just leave a legacy where people say, this dude used to do this, do that, do this, and he done did this now, and he trying to show, lead by example. You know what I'm saying? My legacy, I just want it to be great, a legacy of greatness coming from the slums and being what America or Oklahoma calls a F up. A person with a messed up jacket and this and that, and this, they try to tell you can't do it, that you can't do it. You gotta break it. They gonna try to break you down. But I want everybody to know we gotta keep pushing.
Now going back to, you know what I'm saying, the youth. What's your message that you want to get to the youth?
Man, to these youngsters out here nowadays, the message I got for these youths is, you know what I'm saying? We've been fighting, gang banging, and killing each other over turf, over the drug trade, over power, and all this. Why we can't get together and then fight against the real enemy to try to take over their businesses in their areas? Why
Take
we
back the
can't,
power.
yeah, why we can't think positive about each other and use all the anger that we taking using against each other and put it to where it need to go? Because if we can
Yeah,
band together, if we can band together to take
y'all know
over
what time
other
it
people's
is. Yes, y'all
neighborhoods
do.
or they drug trade or whatever
About
they
to
got
put my
on going
feelings
on
to
in
the
their
side and
hood,
give my
why we
bag
can't
up.
band
Put the good
together and
tracks
take
on.
over what was rightfully
Yeah,
ours
yeah.
and
Uno,
unify
C.
each other and build each other
The boogie
and
wonderland.
make each other feel better as being a black brother and prosper?
Yeah. I put my
And
feelings
our
to the
sisters
side
too.
and my
Make them
pride too.
feel
I had to
special
do what I
and
had to
do
do.
stuff for them. Because
Time
now that
to
I got all these
get a
children,
bag.
I look at my kids, I try to
I'ma
blow
do it
bags on
right.
my kids all the
Yes, sir.
time. And I don't care.
Afford me a
And they,
ticket.
oh, you do this. I don't
Finna
care,
make
bro.
mine.
I don't
I'm a
care. I'm going
real
to do it
rider.
because this
I
money ain't going to
stay
be
on
here.
the
These
grind. I
memories
don't
my
give a
kids going
fuck
to
what they
cherish them
say.
and they going
No,
to
I ain't
remember
lying.
them forever,
I
bro.
am whatever
So
they say I
it's
am.
like,
Like Slim Shady, I can't be faded. I'm really with it.
yeah,
Talking talk,
I
I'm
want
right
people to
back.
be able to,
I'm gon' get it. To the
I want us to
cash, to the
build something where
stash.
people be
That's
able
where
to
I'm at.
boom. Okay,
To the
we
bag,
going to go
get
over
it back.
here.
Where it's
And
at.
instead of us
Yeah,
trying to tear this up, we gonna help them build it up because they trying to change the narrative. They trying to help. They trying to do this. They trying to build. They trying to elevate. They trying to prosper. You know what I'm saying? So that's my message to you. Can we come together and make it better?
All right, bro. So my last question before we wrap this thing up is, where can people find your music? You know what I mean? Support your path. You know what I'm saying? Show some love.
Man, you know I got. If you go on YouTube, you know what I'm saying. I got a YouTube page. I can't remember what it's called. I just be uploading and smash. But I got you can look up the video online on YouTube. The Voices in My Head, Uno C, featuring Ada Sav. Then you can find some of my music on my TikTok, Instagram. You know what I'm saying. A little mic drop here, a little video there. You know what I'm saying, me freestyling. You know what I'm saying, my clothing, my clothing brand that I had that I still got it, but I gotta start pressing shirts back up again. You know, it's a lot of stuff. So Instagram, TikTok, you know what I'm saying. Greenwood, original Greenwood. So it's like, put in my real name if you want to. I might pop up. James Appleberry, you hear me? It's all love. It's for the towns, for Greenwood, it's for the people, you know what I'm saying? I want everybody to remember one thing. No matter how much they try to break you down, when your bones heal, they get stronger, so you gotta build yourself up. Keep your mind clear, your eyes on the prize. From Greenwood to your hood. Get the cash, put it in the stash. Go give me some more if I got a ski mask up.